Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, a topic I haven't made a video on in quite a while. And this one is actually coming by request thanks to our Dark Doge of the Sith YouTube member, Y905YR, so thank you, Y9, for the idea behind this video. So Y9 just recently hit level 85 in Galaxy of Heroes and had a lot of questions about Grand Arena, just how does it work? What do you do? How do you know what to do? So that inspired a video on a beginner's guide to Galaxy of Heroes and Grand Arena Championships. And let me tell you something, that didn't work out abundantly well because it started being a lot of rants. It started being a lot of, caveats and side thoughts and asides. And it ended up being like a 40-minute long video. And I thought, let's make this a little bit more consumable content. And so we're going to start a beginner's guide to Grand Arena Championships video series. This video today is going to be episode 0 in the series, and it's going to be the very basics on what Grand Arena is, how the point structure works, how banners work, what the phases are, etc. If you are at all familiar with Grand Arena Championships and have done them before and are familiar with these things, you can probably go ahead and skip this video. This will be for the newest of members that are looking to know a little bit more about what Grand Arena Championships really are. Now, before we get started, if you do enjoy this video, if you want to learn more about this series, go ahead, hit the like button on this video. It does make me feel good to know that I'm providing you some sort of value in this content, and it helps other people find the content thanks to the YouTube algorithm. And might as well hit that subscribe button, because you're cool like that, and the notification bell so you get notifications for any new videos in this video series and live streams or other videos in general. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So Grand Arena Championships, what is it? It is pretty much the ultimate test of your roster. It is where you will be pitted one against another and test your entire roster against the roster of your opponent. The TLDR version of this entire video is going to be Territory War, what you do with your guild, just in a 1v1 kind of situation. Each player is going to have a playing field that is separated into 4 different sectors. And in each sector, you are going to place teams on defense, and then you are going to attack the teams that your opponent left on defense. Now, Grand Arena Championships are separated into 3 different rounds. Each round you will face a different opponent. Each round is divided into 2 phases. You will have the defense phase and you will have the attack phase, during which in the defense phase you might, as you would expect, set your defense, and in the attack phase you would, as you would also expect, attack your opponent's defense. There are 2 bonus phases as well at the very beginning before you get into any of the rounds. There's the preview phase, which is your 24-hour period to lock in and participate in Grand Arena. And at the end of the 3rd round, you have a 24-hour, actually it's 1 hour. It depends on where you're at in the Grand Arena. You have between 1 hour to 24 hours of a review period where you can go back and see what happened in the Grand Arena Championship. Now, the review period doesn't mean a whole lot because you can go back and see rounds 1 and 2 anytime after the rounds are over. And round 3, try one more time. Grand Arenas are 4 weeks long, so you'll have 4 weeks of 3 rounds. For any of those in those 4 weeks, you will get 1 hour on the review period. At the end of the 4 weeks, the last of them where it's over, you get 24 hours. There we go. Review period explained. Now, it's very important to mention that the preview period of Grand Arena is where you lock into the Grand Arena. If you do not hit the lock-in button during the preview period, you will not get to participate in Grand Arena. They do not automatically lock you in, so make sure that you sign up and lock into Grand Arena before that preview phase is over. Also important to note though, when you hit that lock-in button, that locks in your entire roster for that next week of 3 rounds of Grand Arena, meaning your mods that were on your characters, the abilities that were leveled, the gear, the level your characters were at, etc. All of that is locked in. So if you are in round 1 or round 2 and you're like, man, I'm gonna throw this Zeta on this guy, or I'm gonna remod one of my characters to make this better, you can't do it, bud. It's everything that was originally on your characters. Whenever you hit lock-in is there, it's set. So make sure your mods are set well. You've got all of your Zeta materials spent. You've got all of your characters geared up that you want to gear up before hitting that lock-in button. It's always a dangerous game you play, and I have missed a couple of Grand Arenas because I was like, I'm gonna wait until the last second so I get the best mod. So I'm gonna get a Zeta tomorrow, and then I forget to lock in. So don't be like me. Make sure you hit the lock-in, but also don't lock in when you don't have mods on all your characters. That'd be a little silly. Now, Grand Arena is broken out into 5 different leagues. Those are Carbonite, Bronzium, Chromium, Erodium, and Kyber. And within that, you have 5 different divisions, 5 to 1, 5 being the lowest, and 1 being the highest. Your initial placement into Grand Arena, which if you already were level 85, was based on your galactic power. So you got automatically placed into one of those 5 leagues and divisions based on your galactic power. And then your movement within those leagues and divisions is going to be based on your performance in Grand Arena. This is a skill-based system, so basically means you win more, you move up, you lose more, you go down. Now in each round, the first phase is going to be the defense or the setup phase, where you're going to set up your defensive teams. To do that, you are going to go into your holo table, click on each sector, and you are going to be able to set each team. You can set them however you want. You're going to place teams in each sector, the number of teams that you have to set, and the number of fleets, because yes, ships are involved, will be determined based on your division and your league you are in. Important to remember when you're setting defense that whatever is left over is what you're going to use for attack. So don't set so much on defense that you can't attack, and don't set so weak of a defense that you have too much to attack and then they just blow right through your defense. I'm getting ahead of myself though. That's entirely a different video that we will talk about in the future, which is defense and defense strategy. After your defense has been set, then you will move on into the attack phase, which is where you will attack each of your opponent's sectors. On defense, you will gain no banners or points for placing defense. All of your banners or points are going to come from this attack phase. This is a quick rundown on how the attack phase points are going to work. Right off the bat, you are going to get 10 banners. Banners, by the way, are what points are called. You're going to get 10 banners for just attacking. You don't have to win. You don't even have to kill a character. You just have to make an attempt to attack. That is because you don't get rewards for the end of the round if you do not attempt an attack. So make sure to get that attack in and get those 10 banners. After that, if you win your battle, you are going to get points or banners off of your battle based on how that battle went. You are going to get a flat 15 banners for winning the battle. If you win on attempt number 1, you are going to get a bonus of 30 banners. If you win on attempt number 2, you're going to get a bonus of 10 banners. And then for attempts 3 on, you get no bonus banners. Next, you are going to get 1 bonus banner for each of these, for each character you sent in that survives. So if I send in 5 characters, they all survive. That's 5 bonus banners. Characters with full health. So if I send in 5 characters, they all end the battle with full health. That's 5 extra banners. And then characters with full protection. So if I send 5 characters and only 4 of them had full protection, one of them's got, only half protection, that is 4 extra banners. You will also gain a banner for each character that you defeat, even on a loss. So even if you send in your team and you lose, if you defeated, say, 2 or 3 characters, you will get 2 or 3 banners. You are also going to get bonus banners per empty character slot that is on the team when you send in. For example, in 5v5, which for the record, there's also 3v3 Grand Arena, we'll talk about that later. In 5v5, you can send in a team of 5 characters. You will gain 4 extra banners per each empty slot. So if I send in, say, my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren to solo a team, I will have 4 empty slots. That is 16 bonus banners. Now, don't forget, I would also get 3 bonus banners for each surviving character with full health and full protection. So you will get 16 bonus banners for having 4 empty slots, but I will lose potentially 3 banners for each character not being in there because I don't get the bonus banners for full health, protection, and survivability. To make a long story short, too late. On your first battle, you could potentially win a maximum of 79 banners per battle, and everything else, you could win a maximum of 69 banners per battle. Yes, so that is how scoring works from a battle standpoint. Now, aside from just defeating teams, you will also gain banners from conquering an entire sector. An entire sector is going to be worth 120 points, plus 30 banners for each team they had to set on defense. To save you from doing the math, whenever you click on a sector, it tells you straight up how many banners you are going to receive for conquering that sector. Now, an important piece of strategy to remember, which we will delve more into in a later video, is thinking about how many points each sector is going to be worth. It is important to note that all sectors are not created equally. Depending on what league and what division you are in, some sectors, like your ship sector, are going to be worth fewer banners than some of your character sectors, which means that your top 2 sectors might be worth less than your bottom 2 sectors. Again, it depends on the league and division you're in, so make sure to check that because that will affect your strategy when you're placing the defense for Grand Arena. Also important to note that during the 24-hour attack period, your opponent can see your attack while it is going on and can see the progress that you have made. That means that it is generally advantageous to attack second because then you can see where your opponent has faltered and you can see how many battles that you have to win. Whereas if you go first, you might have to make up some bonus banners. You might feel that you have to underban more teams to get more banners because you don't know what your opponent is going to do. For example, if my opponent is attacked first and I see that they have dropped a battle on one of my teams and they had to take 2 attempts, I know that with all likelihood, all I have to do, doesn't matter how many characters I use, is just win every single battle on the first try and I win the Grand Arena. If I go first though, I don't have that insider information, so I might feel more obligated to be a little riskier with my attacks, send in undersized squads, spread my teams out a little bit further to make sure that I win on the first try, and that could be a lot riskier a move and could potentially lead to some losses. So that is why it is generally advantageous to go second, but if you're like me, I like the challenge. I like to attack first. It just depends on your play style. Lastly, let's talk about rewards. Now, these are going to change drastically based on what division and what league you are in. So I would encourage you to go check this out on your own. You are going to receive rewards daily. This did replace the crystals that you earn from Squad Arena. So now you are going to receive a daily reward based on what division you are in. After that, after each round in a Grand Arena, you are going to receive crystals based off of if you won or if you lost. At the end of a week, at the end of a set of 3 rounds, you will then get more crystals and other rewards based off of what rank you are. Were you in first place? Did you win all of your battles? What rank you were in is going to determine how many crystals and rewards you get from that week. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, you're going to get championship rewards. So that is even more crystals, and that's at the end of the 4-week period. Now, it's very important to note that you will still receive the daily rewards even during the 5th week, which is an off week for Grand Arena. So the week where there is no Grand Arena going on, you are not doing any phases, nobody is attacking each other, placing defense, anything. You will still receive the daily crystals each day. You will just not do any rounds. You will not get end of round rewards, end of week rewards, etc. All right, guys, that was an extremely high level overview of what Grand Arena just really is and how it works. In later videos, we will go over more specifics on setting defense, on doing attacks, some strategy, and some resources you can use to really get better at Grand Arena. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please drop a like, subscribe button, the notification bell. If you enjoyed this content, if you want reminders for other content, and if you want to help me share my content, thank you guys so much. Good luck on the holotables. We'll see you in another video.
Get down to the B side.